Hello and welcome to my video. To those that have come back, welcome back. Um, I decided to make a video on a weapon that I'm actually particularly fond of. Not because it is overall a fantastic weapon, but because uh, my opinion is it's one of the few weapons that's specifically made to kill a specific enemy. Going to be talking about the Karyst Prime, and there are very few weapons that can match this weapon's effectiveness at killing uh, the entire orokin faction. For a while, the meta for running void missions, higher level void missions, is a slash toxin setup, and this weapon is one of the few weapons that actually have toxin and slash on the weapon and are weighted correctly. Weapon has 24% crit chance, not that multiplier for crit. A 3.5 crit multiplier and 30% status chance. And because of its weighting, you can essentially run this out of the box against orokin enemies, and it will give you exactly what you need. You really don't need to mod for slash, mod for toxin. It's already on the weapon, and you just get to throw all of your multipliers on and go have fun. You even have an extra mod slot to run your smite mod, and I'm running an extra crit damage mod, even though this could be considered a flex slot. I'm going to be using a quick attack combo counter build. Also going to be using the amalgam argonac metal auger mod for additional shred, just because we have the flex. This is going to be a melee center build, also running 200 mods, even though I won't be doing damage with this weapon. But I'm going to be running these to boost the viral spores from the Panzer that we are also running. And there's the build for that if you want to look at it. New core status setup, and also doing secondary dexterity, though we probably won't be needing it for base level steel path. Loaded up some level 190 nerds. Let's group them. Slash ticks do about 20 to 30k unprimed, and toxin ticks do about the same. Considering we haven't primed them at all, that is not too bad. Group them again. Do a primer. Pretty good. Let's run a quick steel path mission. We'll go to the first acolyte, see how it does. Just a fun little weapon I wanted to bring some attention to. There aren't too many weapons in the game which do exceedingly well against an entire faction. And this one seems to be purpose-built to destroy the orokin. Steel path mott. Just enjoy the footage if you want to watch it. If you just were just looking for a build, there you go. Just bringing attention to this weapon. Thank you.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life supply. life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support incoming. Additional life support has arrived. Successful start. When you need it, extraction is ready. Tenno, extraction is ready.
You exist to strike. You strike to win. The lesson ends.
All right. So thoughts on the build. The multipliers and the weapon itself are spot on with where its damage needs to be. The issue is honestly the fact of the dagger itself. Due to the nature of it being a dagger, the range is pretty limited. Even with Prime Reach, you can get it to 5.2. I myself ended up rolling a Riven, and this is the only one. One of the two weapons that I actually put an Umbral Forma on, and actually rolled a Riven for additional range and crit damage. And I actually ended up putting Sacrificial Steel on. It's just a fun weapon to use and to run around and get red crits with. Does hella damage. It's pretty good. You can run like a gas build on it pretty easily. You could run an even heavier slash build. But the issue is the actual stances itself. The AoE isn't too good on the stances. There are a couple that have AoEs on them. But it's very much about damage directly in front of you and dealing a lot of targeted slash damage. So you could actually get away with running a cold mod on here, like a cold 60-60, even though it would be weighted more for viral. You could still end up relying on the slash damage from Stinging Thorn itself, the force procs, and do just fine. But in terms of killing enemies in an AoE and dealing a ton of multi-hits, the stance itself and the range itself are where this weapon lacks. But that being said, it's just a good, fun weapon that does one particular thing particularly well, and I just wanted to bring some attention to it. Because there aren't too many weapons that just fit the bill completely. It would be like having a slash weapon that also has corrosive on it and viral when dealing with the Grenier, and you don't have to mod for it. With this, you don't have to mod for it. You just get the stats that you, the slash and toxin, and you just have to throw all of your multipliers on, and you're not really worried about fitting mods on with like toxin or anything. And it does extremely well against the orokin faction. Comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section, and I'll try to go through as I can. Just wanted to bring some attention to this weapon because it's pretty fun and does what it does a couple of things really well against an entire faction. Thank you.